Well, hey there, everybody, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about some Warzone, but this video is going to be stylized a little differently. It's not going to be showing a multitude of different things. It's mainly just going to be, footage of running on the map while I kind of ramble and take an introspective take. And basically, what it's going to be about is, well, I haven't really played Warzone until this year. And it's not because of anything too particular, other than the fact of for a long time, I wasn't playing a lot of Call of Duty. The heyday for Call of Duty for me was Modern Warfare 1 and 2 and the original Black Ops. That was the most time I spent on Call of Duty. And once they started getting really crazy with some of the titles and some of the gameplay, I just kind of lost interest and I stopped playing it, which sucks because some games that released in between were good. Like, I was a little bit late for World War II. I ended up getting on there when there was a decent following still to it, but the game was a lot slower than those other games, so it's meant to be. And I couldn't really tell you why I haven't bought many Call of Duty games since. Well, yeah, I could. But I have like World War II, Black Ops 4, and then Cold War. And I wanted to get this new release, but I haven't. I just don't know if I want to. There was just something about those releases at the time where they were just so incredibly engaging in the story, which pushed you to play the online. I don't know, it sounds crazy, but if you were there for it, then you would understand like the legitimate hype around it. And it just seems like those games just had a little bit more staying power than a year. I'm sure if you were to look it up now as a year, it just felt like it had a lot longer of a staying power. It's just crazy to me how these games can just shoot out in less than a year. So I think part of it, that's the reason why. Because it's like, I work, I'm working on videos as well. So I'm thinking, if I get this at release, I'm going to enjoy it whenever possible, which may not be much, and then by the time I actually start grinding stuff out, there's a new game being released. So that's part of my gripe with it and why I haven't gotten it, which is kind of a lame excuse. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, because I could still spend just more time on it, just kind of dedicate more to it. But anyways, Call of Duty just has that feel, that control feel, and if you know, you know. Like when you play Battlefield, you get more of that, like that heavier effect, especially with what weapons you have. It kind of feels more grounded, because even when the weapon is holstered, like say you have an RPG and it's holstered, your character is still slower because you're carrying the weight. In Call of Duty, it's more arcadey. And when Warzone dropped, I don't know why I didn't get it. I just thought it was going to be stupid. I mean, that's like when all the hype with Fortnite was all coming out and all that, and I didn't really play Fortnite. I wanted to play it when it was the original idea. I'm not going to lie to you. But when the idea was changed, because the original idea was, it was supposed to be like a zombie survival game. And I'm like, oh, that would be cool. Because I used to play like a lot of Call of Duty Zombies, and to have a whole game dedicated to that and building your own shelter, I'm like, that would be awesome. Well, I want to say it was either a couple months before the release or a couple weeks before the release, and then that changed to just a free-for-all, like Battle Royale style, which is fine. It's worked for the game, obviously. It's worked for it. It's just not my cup of tea, so I haven't really played it. But I did end up playing other Battle Royale games, obviously like Apex, and I've obviously played a few other ones. And I'd be a a hypocrite to just say, well, it's bad because it's Battle Royale. Like, no, it's just not my cup of tea. You know? So that's really why I didn't play Warzone, because it just wasn't into Battle Royale. My bread and butter when it comes to Call of Duty games is strictly online, like just playing online matches, team deathmatch, free for all, domination, war, all that stuff. So having a game that's just all Battle Royale just didn't interest me. And it took a lot of pushing from a lot of people that I know, like, you need to get on Warzone, you need to get on Warzone, especially Boom. You need to get on this game, man, you need to get on this game, it's really good. And I was always hesitant, because I'd always get burnt out. Like, okay, for instance, when I did play Apex real heavy, I just ended up getting burnt out on it. Like, I'd play it, I'd win a few matches, I wouldn't win every single one, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Sometimes I do fucking dog shit terrible, but the point is I'd just get burnt out on it. Like, I just wouldn't care to play it. It'd be different if it was the online stuff and I knew what I liked with that, Even if they were introducing new maps, it would be fine because it would just be the online experience. I'm fine with that. But for me, I guess it was just, I didn't want to play it because I'm like, oh, it's just gonna suck, bro. It's just gonna suck. And that was my take on it. And boy, how wrong I was. 6 minutes in and almost 7 now, but finally saying that I'm wrong about that. I love Warzone. I feel stupid for neglecting it because of like some stupid thing that was just holding me back. But it's been a lot of fun. I mean, they have multiple different game modes. You can go in with the squad or you can go in solo, and they even have up to quads now. I do love the aspect of playing too, like where you can get class loadouts, because for me, that's another thing too. Like when I think of Call of Duty, I think of building my classes, bro. Like I have a class that I make in every Call of Duty game that I have, where it's akimbo weapons, and it'll be throwing knives, and then akimbo pistols, and then akimbo SMGs, and it's literally called akimbo slice. Okay, and like I have to have that in every Call of Duty game. I have a dedicated akimbo slice class. So, it wouldn't really feel like Call of Duty for me if I didn't have that. And I didn't know you can make classes because, again, I neglected it because I made an assumption. But it's such a cool idea to have like the class loadouts. And obviously the finishing moves are always sick too. I would always watch people play this, like maybe on shorts, like YouTube shorts or something like that, and I'd always see a finishing move and I'm like, oh, that actually looks legit, but too bad I'm not going to play Warzone. And oh, I hate how jaded I was. Like for years, bro, I am so late to this. But I've had nothing but a blast. I've played like, I don't know, quite a bit of matches to just do this video. I've got more than enough footage, actually. I'm going to be just chopping it up probably to the greatest hits or letting some parts play out because eventually it'll lead to good runs. But my God, I do love how smooth the gameplay is. Now, traditionally, whenever I enter a Call of Duty game, I don't change any of the controls at first as far as like the turn settings and all that stuff. I usually wait, like the sensitivities, I usually wait until I play the game for a bit and then I'm like, okay, what needs to be tweaked if anything? And usually it's nothing. Usually I could just play default, like just jump right in and I'm doing fine. I try to do that anyways because then when I'm playing, like say we go somewhere like another person's house and they're like, could you help me level up my game or whatever, which has happened. I mean, I'm sure it's happened for everybody that's played a game, it's nothing special. And they have the default standard, and that's how I played for years. I mean, I would pull off like 30-1 in a game, and have the default setting, which again, it's nothing special. I'm just saying that's just how I play. Some people play with the like turnaround settings tweaked, so all they got to do is barely tap the stick and they're spinning full, 900s like Tony Hawk in a half pipe. But be that as it may, I typically don't do that. But I've really, 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 really had a good run with Warzone, and I wish I wasn't so late to it. I think that gameplay wise, it's smooth. I think the map that you get for Warzone is a lot of fun, and it's so large, in fact, that each area feels unique and blended. My favorite is the Superstore. Superstore, I took out a whole squad. I was pretty proud of myself there. I was like freaking out on them, like, oh, is that a whole squad? Is that a whole squad, bro? But a lot of the games that I play, I ended up playing with Boom for Warzone, and I think that's what makes it fun too, is when you have a party of people that you could jump with. Even if it's just one person, you want to run duos, or if you run quads with one person, then have that other two just appear and party. That's what makes it real fun. I think leveling up your weapons feels good. Leveling up in general feels good, as far as like what you unlock and all that stuff. And it's really not that hard for leveling wise. If you have a decent match, even if you're not out there slaying the world, if you're just surviving, you still get a good amount of experience. And I think that's what makes it nice, is that you can still rack up a real good amount of experience. And I do love how they have certain events. I don't know if they're going to keep this, but I really had a lot of fun with the zombies event that they were having, but I'm pretty sure that was just for Halloween. Now, I haven't played it in about a week because I've been working on other videos, so I'm not sure if it's still up or not. I know Warzone had a big update, and I went ahead and installed it because I'm gonna be playing it. But I did notice that the zombies event was so much fun. I remember, as a matter of fact, because I had a World at War as well, and the first time that we were playing zombies, a friend of mine and we were playing. There's a song by Avenged Sevenfold called "Warmness on the Soul," and it's like super different than what Avenged Sevenfold does normally. It's normally like they're just a metal band, like an alternative metal band, and this song was like super like not even power ballad. It's just a ballad, and we would have that playing in the background, like, because you could play music like through the PlayStation or whatever, like behind the game. So that would be playing, and then we would be playing the zombies. Like, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, pal, but you gotta go. And then we'd take out the zombies or whatever. It was always a lot of fun. I was thinking about that earlier today too, and it's just crazy to me, I guess, that I spent so much time playing these games, and then all of a sudden I just stopped. And it's really for no real reason other than, being stupid and being like, oh, my games were better back in my day. And it's like, well, I'm not really young enough to be like, well, I've never played them, but I'm also not that old to be that jaded, so I'm just stupid. So I would say if you haven't played it, you should give it a try. You never know. You might like it. And maybe then we could play a match together online too. And believe me, a lot of the time, I am completely hot garbage at this game, which is fine. It's all a curve. It's all a learning curve. And all we gotta do is learn the curve and drift right into it. So, I wanted to give my introspective take, being an older Call of Duty fan, I guess. Being that my heyday would be around 2009 and 10 for Call of Duty, where I was actually playing it every day. And really sink home that that's the reason why I kind of held off on it. I do miss those games. I do miss how they played. I do miss the online aspect of it. And just how, I don't know, it'd be a little bit of everything. Like how mad people would get on the online versus like the maps and the music. And obviously stuff like Ice Cube being in the game, and you had some with Snoop. It was just a lot of fun. The cameos were always fun. So there was just a lot of stuff happening in the older Call of Duty games. I felt that I just didn't give the new games a chance, and I wish I did. But that's enough of me rambling about it. It's been a while now, so I'm going to go ahead and play this montage of like super cams, I guess we'll call it. And then I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I want to thank you all for listening to me rant and rave about this. I want to thank you all for watching, and I appreciate you all. And 1K gang, let's go. If you haven't, you should really try Warzone. I know I just said that, but you really should. It's a lot of fun. And plus the class building is actually a lot of fun. You get a lot of cool skins for free too. Like the customization is super in depth. It's all still level unlock unless you want like a premium skin. And again, some of those you can just unlock standard. You don't need the battle pass, or you don't need to purchase things. You can just do them by challenge. You can do them just by how often you use, or even just carry the weapon on your person. So it's a great way to develop XP. So thank you all once again, and enjoy this footage.